and welcome, I am Zombie Kitty and welcome to another reaction video. So it's a little bit longer of a gap from the last video than I usually do, but this was deliberate this time. I wanted to wait for this song to come out and then react to it. It's time for another IronLung song. So this is my longest solo ever. This is called Down at the Bottom. I know of Longest Solo Ever, but I think I've only heard like a couple of their songs before. This one I have heard a sneak peek of though, and it sounds awesome. He put up I think it was on TikTok, he basically said that he had an original idea for the song, didn't end up liking it, so scrapped it for what this is now. And it sounds really, really cool. So I'm quite excited for this. I do just want to say as well, my radiator's just switched on, so apologies if you can hear that. But yeah, let's go. Ooh. Yeah, so I'm guessing the character that just showed up then was like songs he's done before. Oh, I like that. Oh, yeah, I've heard this bit. I like how he's used the filter as well, but it's not as much as JT music. It still sounds really cool though. See, this one's interesting because ooh. No, this bit I've heard before. This bit I've heard before. This is what he showed on TikTok. I like how there's like a boom, boom kind of noise as well to indicate like he's in like an ocean. That's nice. This part I like as well because it's like it holds like a mystery, but it's like a weird kind of wonder as well, which I quite like. Oh, I like that. At the moments where there's just no music, you could tone the music down, you just got the voice. That's really nice. Oh, this is nice. Ooh. That was the camera, yeah. Oh, the whole breach. That's getting louder as well. Yeah, there it is. I was gonna say, that whole breach voice was starting to just get a bit louder, which is kind of cool. Oh, to indicate all the blood is coming into the sub. This looks really odd because it looks like realistic, as realistic as you can get, really. But yeah, oh, that was a really weird visual in a cool way. But yeah. Oh, I like how the song's like building up and building up. Like more instruments have come in. His voice is sounding a lot more like desperate and angry. Like it sounds like there's a progression there. Yeah, that screaming is really good. Yo! Okay, that just ended really quickly. Yeah, that was great. That was really, really good. I think what's interesting is with these IronLung songs is you can kind of do some really interesting sounds with these songs. Like, I talked about this with JT Music, where it was like, there was interesting sounds going on in the background, and it's the same with this. Like, you've got the noises of, like, the ocean, and the noises of, the submarine, like, going down into the ocean and, like, exploring around, and that's woven within the backing track. And even Longest Solo has put, like, a filter onto his voice as well, which works. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I think they both work. They both make sense to be there, especially with, like, in IronLung you've got the intercom voice. Obviously that's going to be a bit filtered because of the static. It does make sense that this song would also have a filter over his voice, and it works really, really well. There's a lot of times in this song that I really liked where the music would suddenly cut and it's just his voice. That's really, really nice. And as the song's going on, again, I said this while we were watching it, as the song's going on, it feels like there's a progression of this weird voyage, where at first he was quite calm and quite sort of focused, and as the song's going on, he's getting more desperate and more angry, like with the film, and with the game, I guess, as well. Like, there's a progression of emotion there, but there's also, the backing track is doing that as well. There's a progression of instruments, and, you know, more and more instruments are being added to the song to add that sort of desperation, that anger. I did like the inclusion of the hole breach thing, because that's in the film, like, it just constantly keeps going, but the film puts it in there enough to the point where you start getting annoyed and you're with Simon at this point when he does shout, "Shut the fuck up!" and, like, punctures the console. Like, you're with him at that point. They give it enough time for you to start getting annoyed. And this is the same thing. Like, you can start to hear the whole breach voice just a little bit, and then it just starts getting a bit louder. I could start to hear it just as he stopped that, which also really works, because again, you're starting to get annoyed with that noise. So then by the time that Simon butts in, like, you're on his side in that moment. I really like that they include that moment in here. And then the chorus, I said, held, like, a mystery, like a sense of mystery. But it felt like it was a sense of mystery and, like, wonder. Of, like, okay, what am I actually doing here? What it realistically is my purpose here? But also a wonder at this weird location. Compared to the JT Music one, where it felt like a mystery, but a threatening mystery. This one felt like, well, there's a kind of weird sense of wonder to it, and a weird sense of surrealism to it that works really well here. It's a different sense of mystery I got from this, from the chorus, compared to the other song that we reacted to a couple of days ago. And then I think visually there's some really interesting things going on here, so I like that it looked like you were looking at that computer the whole time. And on the right, you occasionally had, like, the camera, you know, switching on, and the sound that the camera makes was occasionally coming in as well, which really worked and was really, really cool inclusion. But the visuals suited or, you know, replicated what you were seeing on the monitor in the game and in the film. And then the moment where the blood starts coming down in front of the monitor, that was such a weird moment, but in a really, really cool way, because it looks surreal. It looks realistic in terms of, I guess, as much as a blood ocean can be. But you know what I mean? Like, it looks like, oh, this is actually, I don't know, this is actually happening. Like, it looks odd, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But that was a very surreal moment as well. It really feels like the visuals play just as big of a part in this as the song does. Like, the visuals feel like a character as well. So yeah, everything kind of connected up really well. I really, really liked this. This was fantastic. The visuals were really nice as well. And I like that they carried that narrative of IronLung, as well as the song. So yeah, and even the way that he sings it felt like narrative progression, like I said earlier. Like, everything sort of worked well together to tell the story of the film and the game. yeah, this was great. This was fantastic. So this was called Down at the Bottom. I can't remember if I said that at the start, I do apologise. But this is by Longest Solo Ever. This is their IronLung song. This was great. I will put the video down in the description below so you guys can go off and watch and listen to this for yourselves. And just one last thing to mention, I'm going to probably return to live streams over the weekend. So I'll either live stream tonight or tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure yet, but it's just going to be reaction videos. But so if you want to come along to that, I've got really big into Pokemon Nuzlocke. Completely different topic, a bit more lighter. But I've really got into Pokemon Nuzlocke at the moment, so we're going to be reacting to a couple of those videos. So yeah, if you want to come along either tonight or Sunday, look out for community posts or my socials, because I'll let you know on then. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye!